What's going on, YouTube? So with car prices rising so much nowadays, it's refreshing to have value-packed options, and two cars that certainly fit that mold are the Kia Sorento and Hyundai Santa Fe.
These SUVs have been popular for that very reason, and while they do have some similarities between them, there are a ton of differences to discuss, which is why we're going to compare them today. So, which one of these options is the best for your family to pick? Let's go ahead and find out.
As we've mentioned, these two are all about value, a quality that really shines even in the top trims we are comparing today. If you're looking to buy either of these models, make sure to check out carconfections.com/newcarquotes to get the best price and access to invoice pricing information. Now, starting with the exteriors, boldness is the name of the game for these Korean SUVs. The newest Santa Fe is recognizable in name only, as it has transitioned to a fully boxy design, dividing many accustomed to the previous smoother look. As for the Kia Sorento, it also has a bold design, with the brand's latest Opposites United design scheme. While we don't score design itself, we'd love to hear what you guys prefer in the comments below. However, we do score the many features they offer, so let's start with the lighting. Each has projector LED headlights and bold daytime running light shapes. But one difference to note is that only the Sorento will have fog lamps. Conversely, the Santa Fe has a 20-inch wheel, as compared to the 19 inches on the Sorento. Another inch difference between them is the length, where the Santa Fe just barely edges out the Sorento. We will talk more about the interior packaging later, but as far as the exterior concerns, the Santa Fe also adds a cool handle to help you access items on the roof. By the way, feel free to keep your own score along the way, based on what's most important to you personally. Heading to the controversial back designs, the features are pretty straightforward. Both feature hidden wipers, partially LED taillights, and, as equipped, they can tow 2,000 pounds. At the mirrors, they continue to match each other, with heating, blind spot monitoring, and power folding. Additionally, each feature an extensive safety suite with all the major systems, including Highway Drive Assist 2.0, a highway assistant with auto lane changing, which reduces your road trip fatigue. However, the Santa Fe adds a special touch of Smart Park, which can pull into and out of spaces remotely. The luxury continues as we head to the comfy and tech-filled cabins. But first,
If you're new here, we're brothers, and we've been reviewing cars since we were 12
and 16.
We started young, and since then we've reviewed over 2,000 cars at every price point. No matter what you're looking for, from our long-term vehicle videos to our side-by-side comparisons, we'd love for you to subscribe to be a part of our Car Confections family.
Let's learn a lot and have some fun with all the latest cars. Approaching the vehicles, both have standard smart entry, remote start, and available phone as key. And opening up the doors, you'll immediately find the luxury and tech we've been hinting about. That starts with the seats, where these top trims offer real leather seats with 14 ways of adjustment, heating, ventilation, but the Santa Fe has a higher end grade of Napa leather for its seats. And its seats also have the relaxation feature with an ottoman, perfect for road trip naps while parked. Once inside, let's talk about the major category of material quality, which we divide into solidity and material selection. While their build quality is top-notch on each, the Santa Fe retains a materials advantage. Both feature plenty of soft-touch materials throughout, but the Hyundai does not use piano black on its center console, a potential scratch and fingerprint magnet in the Sorento. After startup, you'll be greeted by customizable 12.3-inch digital gauge clusters, with convenient blind spot camera systems inside. However, it's only the Santa Fe that will feature a head-up display to help keep your eyes on the road. Coming back to the steering wheels, they'll be heated and leather-wrapped, as well as flanked by rain-sensing wipers for these top models. Our next twofold category is interior storage, with the center console and additional storage cubbies. While the Sorento is by no means impractical, Hyundai really went all out with the Santa Fe. Its center console can store 24 donuts, the maximum score, versus 17 in the Kia. It also has deep cup holders, a huge center pass-through, and even 2 passenger storage shelves. The Santa Fe undoubtedly takes the points here. But the Hyundai isn't done yet. It has an additional wireless phone charging pad to keep your co-pilot fully charged. Okay, enough on the storage. Let's flip or rotate the electronic shifters into reverse, where both of them will pull up 360-degree camera systems with the 3D spin feature. Moving up the dash, you'll find physical knobs for the dual-zone climate controls. But the Sorentos also double as media controls as well, which we find trickier to use on the day-to-day. Speaking of, let's put it into audio mode and turn up the volume knob to compare the audio systems. These two actually have identical 12-speaker Bose sound systems, so they have the same quality as expected. And that brings us to the infotainment systems, where both are pretty identical, and that's a good thing. They have 12.3-inch displays with the latest CCNC software, which is very responsive. We have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with navigation as well. Finally, up top, both have auto-dimming mirrors with digital camera ability. And while shaped differently, they also have dual-pane panoramic moonroofs with premium suede headliners. Now it's time to dig into the equally important back seats and cargo areas. Starting with the second row measurements, they are very similar, as you'd expect for models with the same basic underpinnings. Santa Fe technically has an advantage, but it's less than the 5% difference required to score a point. While space is similar, each has a unique set of features offered. Both have heated captain's chairs, vents, USBs, and sunshades for these top trims. But only the Sorento has a console-mounted 12-volt outlet and household outlet. Meanwhile, the Santa Fe replaces said outlets with a dual-opening console lid and rear-facing drawer to improve upon the functionality. Most notably, the Hyundai's captain's chairs are power adjusting, which means that they can be adjusted more easily than the Kias can. Nevertheless, all rear passengers will be spoiled in both models. Furthermore, both have 2 seats located in the standard third rows. While not superior to their larger Palisade and Telluride counterparts, these third rows are better than you'd expect for the money. They are best for kids, but adults can fit back here, and the official measurements are within the 5% difference of each other. If you have taller passengers, note the extra headroom in the Santa Fe. Both have third row vents, power connections, and cup holders, but only the Hyundai has a knob to adjust the climate. Heading out back, both have smart opening tailgates, and once they open up, the boxy shape of the Hyundai really starts to show its strength. It has 14.7% more cargo volume with the third row in place. Although, as the seats fold down, the advantage shrinks to just over 5% behind the second row and as a maximum behind the first row. Both models have manual folding third row seats and power releases for the second rows. But, as equipped today, only the Sorento offers a spare tire, while the Santa Fe only has a mobility kit. Alrighty, so that is it for the interiors, but now let's take this fight to the streets. While most things you can see are quite different between these two models, what you cannot see is much more similar. That starts with the basic platforms and continues to the several powertrains, where today both the Hyundai and Kia have the latest hybrid system. This is a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with hybrid electric componentry. The Santa Fe has slightly more power and torque than the Sorento, but acceleration between the two is almost identical. Alright, so that was taking it up to 60 miles per hour. Now, obviously, the hybrid is going to be a fundamentally different powertrain arrangement versus the ICE models. There's actually 4 different powertrains that you can choose across the entire Sorento lineup, so you've got a lot of different choices. For the hybrid, though, specifically, you're looking at the 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine, but of course that is supported by your battery electric componentry, and your total system, again, is 227 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque. Alright, so that was just above 60 miles an hour going up a hill. And we'll stop here at this red light. So this, of course, as we mentioned, obviously is the Santa Fe hybrid, and it's got a totally different powertrain versus the gas option. So this, again, to remind you, is a 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that works in conjunction with your electric motor and your other electric components. Total power, 232 horsepower, 271 pound-feet of torque. Both crossovers have all-wheel drive systems as equipped, and the hybrid systems work with traditional 6-speed automatic transmissions. While sometimes slow shifting, these transmissions avoid the droning sound that many rivals make with their CVTs. Now let's talk about the other aspect of the powertrain, which is one of the more unique elements about what Hyundai and Kia Group does with their hybrid systems. They actually pair them with conventional automatic transmissions. So this has a 6-speed automatic transmission as opposed to the vast majority of the competition, which will be using continuously variable transmissions. When it comes to dynamics and ride quality, both left us impressed. But between the two, the Sorento is going to have the somewhat sportier feel. It is tuned to be a bit firmer, and as such, it has less body roll around corners. Conversely, the Santa Fe will be softer sprung and be more comfortable for highway cruising.
Alright, but we're just getting up to speed here, and I do want to talk about ride quality for this Sorento. Now, there's a couple things worth noting here. First of all, it is a very comfortable SUV, as you would expect. This is not like too sporty or anything along those lines. However, it depends on what you're comparing it to. I say a lot of you guys may be cross-shopping this with the Santa Fe, its sibling mate. This is definitely going to be on the firmer side when it comes to both ride quality as well as the seats inside the cabin, so do keep that in mind. The Santa Fe is a very soft vehicle, so depending on what you may be comparing it to, this is going to be a little bit more on the firm side, although I will say that it's still very comfortable overall.
It's also important to have serene environments free of loud noises, which is what we test with our signature Car Confections sound level readings at 55 miles per hour. While both of them perform well here, the Sorento beats the Hyundai by more than 1 decibel, which is considered a noticeable amount to the average adult.
54.3 decibels is where we're sitting at for our official Car Confections sound level reading. 55.8 decibels is what we are sitting at as our sound level reading.
And finally, for fuel economy, the hybrid variants certainly help improve the efficiencies of these two family SUVs, with almost identical ratings. Both of them also have available full gas models, but only the Sorento offers a plug-in hybrid variant in the US. In our reviews and comparisons, we're also adding in reliability and resale information to give you a better picture of the overall value beyond just the original MSRP. Beginning with reliability, we developed the Combined Reliability Index, which takes into account several studies from trustworthy sources and combines them in a way that gives you a more realistic picture. For the past few years, Kia has consistently outperformed its corporate sibling here, ranking 6 slots above the overall industry average, awarding it plus 1.2 points. Meanwhile, Hyundai is 2 slots below the industry average, reducing its score by 0.4 points. However, they share the same industry-leading warranty coverage, and neither of them have complimentary maintenance for 2026. We also put Mason's economics degree to work to develop a detailed predicted resale value tool. After 5 years and 60,000 miles, the opposite is true here, with Hyundai outperforming Kia on resale value. Its expected resale value is 55.4% of MSRP after 5 years, while Kia comes in at 49.0%. That's 1.2 points for the Santa Fe. So, after all is said and done, how did these jam-packed offerings deliver on value? While both deliver surprising value around the $50,000 price point, the Kia is the less expensive of the two. Considering many of the features that these two offer are exclusive within their segments, most buyers will be pleased with the overall packaging on each. But how does the $3,215 price difference play out in terms of points? Well, based on our scale, the less expensive Sorento will receive an additional 1.5 points to represent the value advantage that it has. Of course, if money, value, resale, reliability matter less to you personally, feel free to disregard these points.
Well, there you have it, the objective winner. Do you agree? Well, let's go ahead and summarize and figure out which one should be your personal pick, and then we'll share with you what we will put in our driveway. The Santa Fe is going to be the best for you if you value having more overall features throughout the cabin. Additionally, it's going to have more overall cargo capacity and some additional rear seat features such as that power usability and better overall ride quality.
Now, on the flip side, you should pick the Sorento if you want it to be less expensive. It is less expensive in this comparison. It also has the fog lights as well as better estimated reliability. And speaking of the areas where each of these SUVs are, excelling over the other, we'd encourage you to go to carconfections.com/vehicle rankings. We've looked at all the options in this very popular segment and ranked them in the 10 most important categories to the shopper. Things like cargo capacity, third row, interior technology, powertrain choices, and value are all detailed for you on our website. So if you want to make an informed buying decision, definitely check out our tools at carconfections.com. But which one would we put in our driveways?
Well, I would have to go with the Santa Fe just because I like the overall exterior design better, and I really appreciate all of the extra features Hyundai has put throughout the cabin to really make it a overall fine luxury experience.
Yeah, I have to agree with him. The interior of that Santa Fe is really good, and it's also super, super spacious now that it has that boxy shape on the outside. And guys, that's going to be where we leave off on this comparison. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, we'd encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below. By subscribing, you're going to be a part of our Car Confections family, and we have a lot of fun on this channel, and I promise you won't want to miss out. If you're looking to buy either one of these SUVs or any new vehicle, we'd encourage you to go to carconfections.com/newcarquotes as well. The reason you should do that is because we have a tool on our website that will connect you with local car dealers in your area to get you the best price. It's also going to give you access to invoice pricing information, which is a great tool to use while dealer negotiating. If you'd like to take advantage of that, as well as things like our monthly payment tool, you can find a link to that in our video description, as well as a pinned comment down below. And guys, that's all for this video. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you next time as we sample more of the latest automotive delicacies. And if you're already a part of our family, thank you so much for your continued support.